and we are in our main event of main event. Take your shots for that one if you've participated in the drinking game that I described to you guys a couple episodes ago, but this is a hard one. You know what? Everyone's sick of Charlotte. At this point, why not, right? Might as well have Mia Yim beat her ass a little bit, although I will say this much. Despite Charlotte, my issues, everyone's issues with Charlotte, more or less, I won't lie to you guys. I mean, I like Mia Yim. I liked her in what was then TNA before it became Impact. I liked her then. And, I kind of followed her stuff that she was doing on the indies after that she was gone from Impact and, the Mae Young Classic, blah, blah, blah. I won't lie to you guys. Mia Yim might have participated in what was probably one of the most boring women's matches in NXT TakeOver history. Like, you think of NXT TakeOver and you watch, you're expecting amazing women's wrestling. It comes with the territory, I will honestly say, the match she had with Shayna Baszler, fucking awful. That's not like me hating on her. That's not me hating on Shayna. The match, those two did not gel at all, and it was fucking terrible. Like, probably one of the worst NXT TakeOver matches I personally have ever seen. A lot of people I know that I've watched feel the same way. If you don't feel the same way, you're probably lying to yourself, because that was a shitty match. The crowd did not like it because everyone was silent. And last but not least, the only pig pop they had for that match was the Code Red or the Code Blue move that Mia Yim hit later in the match. And not for nothing, it was kind of hard to tell who was the heel at this point, because Mia Yim's character is very contradictory, I guess you could say. Like, she's kind of, I don't want to say hood rat, that's not the right word, but she's kind of like, like a hood-esque character, which is, cool, a female gangster and all that shit, which is dope. I like that. But at the same time, to me, that's not a face character. And they were trying to push it as a face character for that match, and it just, to me, it didn't work. It didn't work for me. I mean, the entire presentation of her in that match and the stuff leading up to it. The stuff leading up to it wasn't terrible, but, the point I'm trying to say is, I mean, I don't want to say I'm shitting on her, but that match, I will give my opinions where they're rightfully needed, and I think most people can say that match was not very good, and probably the worst match of that TakeOver show by far. Although, like I said, I have always been a fan of her work, and she's done a lot of good stuff, especially in TNA. See if she could actually get a win here over an established women's wrestler in the EBCW locker room, a former women's champion from the 2K17 season, if you recall. If you've been with me that long and been watching the series for that long. If you have, oh shit, God bless you, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, Mia Yim in control here. I'm going to bring up Charlotte for another move. A little forearm to the face. What is this? Powerbomb? Powerbomb. That was a weirdly angled powerbomb. Like it looked like Mia Yim's body was like going backwards as she was dropping down Charlotte. What was I going to say? I was going to say something, and then that move came up, but I guess it'll come to me when it comes to me. Oh, shit. There we go. I actually saw some shit, was it today or yesterday when I'm recording this? They were saying like, women's wrestler do you think has or not women's wrestler, but like wrestler do you think underachieved and didn't live up to the potential of what this year could have given them? A lot of people were saying AJ Styles, which I heard he was kind of lackluster this year, and some people would say it was his worst year by far, blah blah blah. A lot of people said Charlotte, which doesn't surprise me considering the hate she does get. But at the same time, at the point that I was reading, it was actually very well said that she looked like she was just bored. Like, I guess when you have to face the same 3 women every fucking show, I'd have to imagine, or have to work with the same 3 women every fucking show, I'd have to imagine it's pretty fucking boring, and you're basically going through the motions at that point. Must suck. I guess that's the life you have to, I guess the price you gotta pay, not the life you have to live, but the price you gotta pay when you're more or less a top star in women's wrestling. You know, as many people would hate the fact that I said that, you know, it's the undeniable truth, unfortunately, whether we all want to believe it or not. I mean, look at her. She's what, in the 4 or 5 years she's been wrestling, she's a 10-time women's champion that no reign has ever really significantly meant anything other than like the first 2 or 3. Yeah, basically that. Huh. This is fine. I find myself in a weird position. Let's do a dive, shall we? Oh, well, no, we can't dive in this? That sucks. But I can't trip her. Let's do a little leg stomp. Oh, I have a signature. Nice. Dope. This is weird. Here's the weird thing about Mia Yim's signature and finisher. She uses the Eat Defeat, which is essentially a move that was used by, Gail Kim. Yeah, that's a move that was made famous by Gail Kim. So she used that move, but yeah, I guess Gail gave her that move when they were kind of working together in TNA or whatever that shit was. But then she also uses like a version of Eat Defeat with her knee, and she calls it the Protect Your Neck. Like, look, it's kind of similar in this. It's kind of, I don't know. I mean, to me, they look like the same move. They're just set up a little bit differently. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I being too picky? Am I being too critical? Haven't I been critical enough this episode? Let's be honest. Anyway. 1, 2. Not surprised that Charlotte kicks out of that fucking move. I mean, holy shit. Big knee to the gut there. And a axe kick. I wasn't expecting that out of Mia Yim. Even in a video game, I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie. I guess Mia Yim usually doesn't Mia Yim do like a suicide dive? I figured they would have her doing that or something. Big strikes. Holy shit. That was rapid. I must have counted like 6 strikes off that. Holy shit. Hell of a fucking move there by Mia Yim to keep herself in this match, and Charlotte basically, you know, doing the typical Ric Flair chop, because, you know, we all know she's Ric Flair's daughter. I mean, shit. She looks just like him, for God's sake. And fucking hell, she kicked up. I mean, holy shit. What is she doing here? Attack on the arm? Stomping on the arm? Fuck it, why not? We're at 3.5 stars out of this. I can only imagine if this goes to 5. What is happening next? Kick to the back. I mean, how much more can I hurt this bitch, and yet my fucking momentum doesn't move. Doesn't budge. Not 1 inch. There's a new move. Stretching out the back a little bit, stretching out the arms. That's gotta hurt. Whether this is, you know, fake. I hate to use that word, you know. That's definitely gotta hurt, though. Not comfortable, I could imagine. Okay, that's a straight up kick that I just missed for whatever reason. God, the hit detection in this game is so terrible. Like, usually when you think of hit detection in a video game, you usually think of first-person shooter, but holy hell. This is beyond bad. I'll tell you that much. I didn't know wrestling games can have hit detection. This is bad. Eat Defeat there, or Soul Fu. That's another move. That's another name for it that I didn't know existed. That was not a rope break. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a shit. That was not a rope break. There we go for the Protect Your Neck again, because why the fuck not? But did I miss the move there, or did I miss the pin? I guess I missed the pin attempt. 1, 2, 3. Mia Yim gets the victory in a match that was not boring like her match at TakeOver. I will say this much. I do feel bad that she couldn't participate in the War Games match. Now, that's a match I thought she would have shined in. That's a match I thought she would have shined in. For real, honestly. Nice move there, though. Eat defeat. 2 eat defeats, 2 protect your necks in this match. Hell of a way to end an episode of Main Event as we move ever so closely to our Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Our first pay-per-view of the 2K20 season. Should be good. Could Mia Yim have, landed herself a spot in a potential Money in the Bank women's match? We'll find out. We'll find out. Or hell, even a match against the women's champion. We won't know until we get there, ladies and gentlemen. But coming up next, the last show of this Universe Mode week until the pay-per-view, Monday Night Raw. Or, in this case, Friday Night Raw, because that's the day it's on. Anyway, guys, see you then. Have a great day.